I'm adding a few things that we did not talk about last week. So you might need to pay attention. I know it. Camisol's like, what? I just wanted to coast. But yeah, you might need to bring the hammer on this one. So it's hammer time. So you guys can chat to me. I appreciate it. What's going to be on the quiz? I have no idea. I'm just kind of winging it here. So we are going to talk about depression, all right? Suicide, but I'm going to add a little bit of what chapter even is it? We're going to talk about the stages of grief. So we're going to talk about grief some. I have some. Hold on. Okay. Thank you. I should sneeze more often. I feel very blessed. Thank you very much. Okay. Like DABDA. Exactly. Look at Sony showing off her acronyms. Hopefully by the end of the week, Michelle will know them too. So, Kubler-Ross, right? Look at Abacus is on camera. I think I've actually ever seen her. Incredible. I might do that with my hair too, actually. A little wave to it. You scared my pug. I hate when I scare pugs. I thought that said pig at first. All right. Okay. Here we go. Did you ever hear this one? A patient walks into an ED. So what's my point with this, Sandoval? My point is, you're asking yourself, what is your point? My point is, what happens? Somebody walks into the ER, you're the nurse. What are you going to do? Right out of the gates, first thing. Well, yes, now we're talking. You're going to, what? My first foundation, right? Trust and rapport. Establish that trust and rapport. That's good stuff. So why do we want to do that first, do you think? Easy. Oh, yeah. I worked on it. I worked on a nickname for Ellen. And it just popped out. I'm like, I was correcting one other thing, and it said easy up on the top. I'm like, shut up. That's it. So, because we want the patient to trust us. Why do we want them to trust us? So, exactly, Cancel. Mm-hmm. So they'll talk to us. So they'll tell us things about them. So we'll be able to assess them. A lot of patients we work with are paranoid, scared, confused. We want them to trust us. Not only in ER, everywhere we try to develop trust and rapport. And then the second thing is what, Augie? We want them, right? They come in and they're psychotic. They're psychotic. And so we think, what? They've got to be schizophrenic. Oh my gosh. We're ruling out. So what could be going on, right? Drugs, right, Sonny? Mm-hmm. Could be meth. Could be some kind of drug. Substance abuse. What else could be going on? What else are we going to rule out? What have we talked about? Come on, Howler. What else have we said? Right? There's some people I know by face, not all of them. Is that Bam Bam? Nice, I nailed it. I don't have names up. So, could be head injury, UTI, it's classic, right? H to H. Mm-hmm. Traumatic brain injury, UTI in the elderly, injury, head injury, some kind of neuro problem, disassociation, right? right? Too many trips to Tennessee. I mean, things happen, right? It just, it's psychotic. So we are ruling out medical, physical. We're going to observe. We're going to assess. Excellent. What if, how about right off the bat? How about this one? They come in. Oh, wait, is that Ashley? Shut up. All right. I haven't seen you forever. So thanks for being on camera. Thanks for coming. So once again, if you're not in my class, you're welcome. You guys can share the Zoom link with others, or maybe even a little bit under the table kind of stuff, right? Maybe make some extra bucks, sell that thing. Just kidding. So I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the patient comes in and we're studying what this term, right? Depression. So the patient comes in, they are avolition. They displaying anergia. In talking to them, you find that they have a 20-pound weight gain in the last 2 months. And you're like, are you a nursing student? No, I'm just kidding. And so what is going on? Avolition, anergia, weight gain. And we're thinking, well, they're depressed, right? But then you're like, wait a minute, let's rule out medical, physical. There might be something physically causing some of this stuff. So what do you think we're going to do to rule out what we might suspect? We're going to do T3, TSH, T4. We're going to do a thyroid panel, right? Because what might be going on, exactly what these guys are saying. It could be hypothyroidism, right? And so this is what ATI is looking for. This is what NCLEX is looking for. We are trying to figure out what's going on. We're ruling stuff out. This is what we do as a medical team. It looks like they have schizophrenia maybe, but let's rule out schizoaffective. Let's rule out major depression with psychosis. So we're going to look at it. We're going to check it out more. We're going to look at signs and symptoms. We're going to do labs. We're going to do scans. We're going to check this out. So this is what I'm talking about. They are showing signs of mental illness. What do? We go through, we assess, always rule out medical issues. Looks like schizophrenic, could be what else? Electrolyte balance, head injury. Remember I talked about corticosteroids, right? And so that could be a problem, right? I also talked about anabolic steroids, right? But that's a different conversation. So some of these things could be causing psychosis. So exactly. All right. Do not look at Petros is going on to my third level. It's like upper divisional answer right there. All right. But we'll go slow because Easy's in here too. So we don't want to put people confused. All right. Ready for this one? This is a little bit new. It's a new topic. EZ. So typical depression versus atypical. Why don't I have this in my lecture? Good question. What are we talking about? Let me see. Do I have any? Let's take a look. Typical depression. This is from where? Where do you think we would find this? Okay. Edelbert. The DSM-5, Tennessee. It's taking the reins. So DSM would have this diagnosis, right? 5 or more are present. What do we got? Defined by the DSM-5 as major depressive disorder. 5 or more present for at least 2 weeks. Depressed mood most of the day, right? We've talked about sometimes you have a gray cloud, right? You don't feel out of sorts. You did poorly on a quiz, whatever it may be. It puts you kind of in the dumps. But to have a major depressive disorder, Has to be at least 5 of these for 2 weeks or longer. Diminished interest or pleasure. What else could we call that? Anhedonia, love it. Right, Arizona? No idea. So anhedonia, diminished interest or pleasure, significant weight loss, insomnia. So let's go insomnia. A lot of times trouble sleeping, psychomotor agitation. Usually it's what with depression? We usually see more retardation, right? Slowness. Mm-hmm. What else? Here is typical also. Fatigue or loss of energy. What else do we call that, right? Somebody help easy out here a little bit. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Inertia. Feelings of worthlessness or guilt. Poor concentration. And one thing that we see very often, I think, was it so at least one is depressed mood or anhedonia. But what else do we see a lot? Recurrent thoughts of death, suicidality with or without a plan. And that's really one of the most pertinent things we're assessing for, right? Double in, we got to look for that safety. Mm-hmm. So we can be chill. All right. So that is all typical depression. Let's look at the one before it again. Depressed mood. So previous functioning or represents a change from previous functioning, right? So it's that change in functionality level that we've talked about a lot. At least depressed mood, loss of, so at least 5 of these things, at least 2 weeks more. That's typical depression. What's atypical? Seasonal episodes. What does that make you think of? We talked about something was seasonal, right? Sad. Seasonal affective disorder. Light there. Good. Go. Thanks. Maria Ethel. Mm-hmm. So atypical. So it's probably not as serious because individuals experience improved mood when encountering pleasurable events, right? So if you had atypical depression, you come to Mr. G's tutoring, boom, you feel a lot better, right? Pleasurable event. Come on, give me something. So what else? Seasonal episodes. So it's seasonal, like seasonal affective disorder. What else? You see this one? This one's big. Hypersomnia, very characteristic of, you know what I'm saying, Chris? It's hypersomnia, usually more than 8-10 hours a day. Any of you guys get more than 10 hours of sleep on a weekend? Ashley does. Come on, Ashley, wake up. No. All right. So, and also feeling one's limbs are heavy. They cannot be moved or lifted. That would be an awful feeling, right? Could also be increased appetite or weight gain. So these are more atypical side effects. Mm-hmm. Hypersomnia. If it's hypersomnia, it's usually atypical. It's almost the opposite. All right. It is almost the opposite. Right. So what else did we talk about? Seasonal affective disorder. And so when is that worse? With seasonal affective disorder, it's usually worse when, like winter, right? When what is lower or diminished? Sunlight and temperature. That's why we got to move to Palm Springs, right? It's really no choice. Come on, let's go. Look at Babs. Just, that's not right. Well, keep it warm till I get there. Okay, so, and what is one of the first lines of defense with seasonal affective disorder, right? Come on, Uni. Light therapy, excellent. So, depression with seasonal affective disorder, seasonal patterns, regions, areas, right? You think about this with like where, what areas right now would have some of the worst, probably seasonal affective disorder? Seattle. Well, that's always, right? Washington. I'm thinking even further up, North Pole, right? Tarantino. Alaska. Exactly, Uni. Exactly. Coral. The Uni bomber. Okay. Alaska, Russia, Finland, Iceland. Tough stuff. Germany. Germany. You just said that because I'm German, didn't you? Man. Matt is always picking on me. What's up with that? All right. So I would say Germany probably. It's probably cold and dark. You're right. Okay. Here's a question for you. What do we consider like depression light or junior depression? Oh, Miss Patel, what you got? Augie, persistent depression. Yep. Or what else do we call it? Dysthymia, right, Wiltsy? Mm-hmm. All right, make sure Easy sees that. Some good answers there. Dysthymia. So here's the big question. The big question. What am I going to ask about dysthymia? Go ahead. Go ahead, Sony. What you got? 2 years. Look at, she totally nailed it. How long does it have to last to be a disorder? Right, Michelle? Oh my gosh. 1 year. Oh my, look at, she's 1 year for kids, 2 years for adults. All right, Miss Show Off. 2 years for adults. Exactly. And what else? I mentioned another thing that's at least 2 years. Look at bonus question. We're going to talk about it next week. What else is 2 years? Anybody remember what I said? Professor, that's next week. We don't care about that. It's bipolar, right? Bipolar. Cyclothymia. Look at the hammer. Dropping the hammer on that one. Cyclothymia is like bipolar light, 2 years worth, but we'll, right? Camisole doesn't care about that. No, let's not talk about it. She's got other things to do. Okay. Ready for the next question? Sandoval, here it comes. Sandoval, are you my student? What's going on? You look different. All right, here we go. I think she combed her hair. What can you tell me about antidepressants in general? Do you guys know anything? They take longer to work, right, Uni? Mm-hmm. 2 to 4 weeks. Longer than what? What medications do we study that work pretty quickly? Gotta taper off. Antipsychotics, right, Sony? Exactly. Mm-hmm. All right. They take longer than antipsychotics, right? All right. 3, look at, that's an awesome answer. So how long do we usually do for a trial period? Joe Petros again. 3 months. 3 months, exactly. So that's an adequate trial. All good stuff. What do I have? It works to increase neurotransmitter availability. Very good. All right, so what do I have in my, there's multiple types. what you start with often might not be what you end up on, because there's a little bit of trial and error. Very good. You got to be cautious with mixing types, right, Pinata? If you're on MAOIs, what do we know about those? They do nothing mixes, right? They do not play well. Tyramine is no bueno, right, Pinata? That's what she said. I just translated it for you. No bougie foods. Oh my goodness. Abacus. Okay. Only 30%. Look at, she was listening. 2 to 4 weeks you got to titrate up a fair. Oh, you guys nailed it. No charcuterie. I love me a good charcuterie board. I can't hardly say it, but I was going to say, maybe at the end, I'll invite everybody over, right? Going over to Mr. G's house for charcuterie. Forget it. That'd be awesome. Get a little game of basketball going in the backyard. Come on. Big O. Mr. G. Big O. All right. Okay. I thought you were going to say, Babs, what I was going to serve, but okay. Here we go. What's next? What can you tell me about TCAs? Come on, Giller. Give me something good. Beck, this is you right here. What can you tell me about TCAs? Let's talk about two big things. Anticholinergic, right? Petros is coming in hot, right? She's tired of me tweaking her. So, and cardiac issues, right? Huck is waking up. I love that. So what are we talking about? Anticholinergic side effects, right? What do we remember? Palm Springs. That's dear to my heart. Okay. What are we talking about with Palm Springs, right? Summer, it's 117 and it's windy. You fry. Exactly. Urinary retention, dry mouth. Oh, Allie's going ataxia. Totally a chick, not a dizziness and blurred vision. She's going right to the heart of it. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, some of you guys, Sony isn't even on camera tonight. Come on. You guys aren't having bad hair days. Come on. All right, so how can you be on the phone? You got to focus up. All right, so anticholinergic, you can't do all these things. You're dried up, which also means if you're dried up, what? You're in bed, you jump out of bed. Is that a problem possibly with anticholinergic side effects? Why do you think that, Huck? Give me a little something. Because you could get the orthostatic hypotension. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And if you have orthostatic hypotension, right, double in, it makes you a risk for fall, risk for injury. You got to remove the clutter. I don't want to show you guys my room right now. I'm embarrassed. I'm going to blame my wife. She's got to start picking up this place. Well, sure, there's boxes now. There's no boxes. Okay, so, right? Isner. I can't get past it. Okay, so anticholinergic side effects. Orthostatic hypotension. And the two that Sony gave us, even though she's on the phone, are what that I always focus on? Two that I focus on because it creates dizziness and blurred vision. Why do I focus on those so much? Because I quiz on them so much, right? Because it deals with safety. Miss Patel is in the game, right? Nat doesn't care, but Miss Patel is totally right there. Heart to heart. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, with the headband. An all-American girl. Okay, so safety stuff. Dizziness, blurred vision. What are we concerned about with dizziness and blurred vision? For falls, right, Edelberg? Mm-hmm. Safety, falling, don't drive, heavy machining. Look at Hammocks is coming in. Both guns. So, yes, they also, it might be difficult for them to focus, to read, right? They might have trouble what? Reading their care plan, reading their treatment plan, reading even information about side effects, watching TV, reading a magazine or book, all could be difficult, right? What's your excuse? Why can't you read the textbook? It is pretty essential, right, Babs? Okay. All right, so anticholinergic side effects. What's the other thing we talk about? What's kind of a deal breaker? What's that? Not EPA. What? No, we're talking about TCAs. Look at how many people said EPS. Yes, the other thing with what else has anticholinergic side effects now that you mention it? Besides the TCAs is also what? The antipsychotics, right? Yep. All right, so what's the other? And I'm sorry if this is a newer shirt that I'm wearing, and I'm sorry if it looks a little tight. I've been doing tons of dips, and so I know I don't mean to offend anyone with it, but I'm sorry that I can do more dips than certain people in, where is Koala, right, Huck? Come on, where is Mr. Muscles? So I'm sorry, if you guys need me to change it, just tell me. All right, so the other thing is, look at Easy's just like, can we just stick to the topics, please? It is kind of distracting, isn't it, oh? I'm sorry. Just try to focus on what I'm saying, all right? Okay, so, oh gosh. Is your family like in the background going, we're paying for this? Seriously? Like, we're paying good money for this. Okay, the other thing is what? Cardiac, right? So what might be a deal breaker? Shut up, Sony. You can't even come on camera. Forget it. You only get half credit for that. Look at Johnny. Where's Johnny been this whole time? By the way, this one's John, right? Big O, Johnny, Mr. G. Okay, so I was just telling them, Mr. G.
That looks like me.
Okay, my buddy. There's my buddy Kevin. You can't see yourself right now.
No.
Look at all these people. Here he is.
Hey, everybody.
Look at Wilkes.
Oh, sweet. I'll make sure you get an A.
I don't know if you know, but sometimes look at.
You swole. What does that mean? Do I want to know?
Oh yeah, you do. It means like you're almost to my buffness.
See if they can guess how many push-ups I do a day.
So guess how many push-ups he does a day. He can't do dips like I can, but
no, I can't.
They're going 100, 150.
No.
Well, easy 1,000
Wow.
before breakfast.
No.
All right, go ahead and tell them.
600.
600 push-ups a day. Come on, Huck. Here, let me see if I can find him. So let me see. Where'd she go? I can't find her. See this girl right here thinks she's buff. Look at that.
Whoa!
So, but she's still trying to do as many dips as I can. So
You guys like his nicknames?
they love. See, Double N,
Yeah.
Huck, Big O. I have no ideas what their real names are, but
They know I give them nicknames too.
yeah.
See
We'll see.
you.
All right, look.
Bye, you guys.
All right. They're saying bye. All right, you too. Swole's good. Yeah, thanks. Is Swole a good thing? He's going to be like on cloud 9. All right. So cardiac. What are we talking about? It's too many distractions. We've got so much to cover. We've got my shirts, dips, swollenness. MI tachycardia, exactly. All right, we're moving on. MAOIs, what you got? Tell me. Let's just get right. Let's just do a group quiz this week. What do you think? Double N's like, no, I don't need anybody else. So give us a break. How long have we been going? 7 o'clock? Oh, I see. If I do 600 push-ups, we can skip the quiz. Yes, but you got to do them on camera. Okay, MAOIs. I want everybody to give me one MAOI. Come on, what did Lonzo say? Come on. I might have to take a video of me doing dips. I'm just afraid like it'll go viral or something. And phenolzine, tranylcypromine, selegiline, right? And what's that other one? I can't say it. Come on, Arizona, come on and say the other one. Isocarbodoxide. Oh, okay. Right? Marplan. Excellent. Excellent. What's the big deal? What's the big deal with all of these? What are we concerned? Why do we talk about them so much? Tyramine. Tyramine. Wow. Somebody wrote me like a book there. Prin and Proper, where have you been all night? She's not on camera either, I don't think. It can lead to hypertensive crisis, right? Too much tyramine with the MAOI, hypertensive crisis, which can lead to what? Increase, right? Cranial pressure, brain bleed, stroke, CVA, all good stuffs. Excellent. So what? What tyramine are we talking about? Can have cheese, bananas, raisins, smoked meats, shrimp paste, right? Big O. What would Big O do without a little shrimp paste, right? Eats it by the jar. Figs, avocados, caffeine, no pressers, right, Babs? Mm-hmm. Arizona's going aged cheese, right? Pickles, mm-hmm. Red wine, piñata, mm-hmm. Very good. All right. Pickled coffee. All right, good stuffs. Okay. No ricotta. All right, so what cheeses are okay? Actually, ricotta, can you have ricotta? Yes to ricotta. I'm saying yes to ricotta. What else can you have? American is okay. Look, somebody's giving all of them to us here. Cream cheese, cottage cheese, right, Allie? Told chick. Cheese whiz, right, Beck? Love that. Right, Bam Bam's just going by the jar, just right into her mouth. That's why they call her Bam Bam. All right, cheese whiz. It can't be aged though. This is true. It's fact. Okay, so you're in New York. You're in New York. I don't know if that's good or bad, but what you get your everything bagel. Is it okay to have a bagel and cream cheese? Is that okay to have? Yes, it is. How about bagel, cream cheese, and a piece of cod fish? That is, you can't have cod? What's wrong with cod? Because it's gross. That's probably true. But is there any reason why you? No, it just is. It's been fried. I don't know. You can. Yes, you can. All right. How about bagel, cream cheese, and smoked salmon? What is that called? Lox. Good locks to you all. Okay. Very good. All right. Getting this, Ash. So, man, who's not in my class who gets a shout out? That's incredible. All right. What else? You're still in New York and you go to a little deli and you say, you know what? I would like some cottage cheese and strawberries. Is that okay? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know what? I'd also like an apple with that. Is that okay? Okay. And then for dessert, who has this? For dessert, I'd like some pumpkin bread. Is that okay? And you know what? I would like some zucchini bread. How about some zucchini? That's okay. And then I would like a little banana bread. Little banana bread. Oh my gosh, you were ready. You're ready for that. Okay. And I'm going to go to In-N-Out. Man, if we were all together, I would totally get the In-N-Out truck for everybody. If you're in Chicago, no pepperoni pizza. That's true, Tarantino. All right, I'm at In-N-Out. Can I get a hamburger with lettuce and tomato? Yes, I can. Can I get a double animal style? No pickles, right, Edelberg? Okay. All right, no pickles. All right. Oops. What else is a no-go? If you have sushi, you have to be careful, right? You got no guac, no avocados. Really? No potatoes? Are you making stuff up? You're just trying to get some screen time. Got to be careful with coffee, no chocolate. What do you want to be careful with? Over-counter meds. What do you want to do? Come on, double in. You're not even answering my questions. Forget it. Dextromethorphan. Oh, wow. Look at that. Don't be bringing your other class meds into my class, all right? So, pseudoephedrine, Demerol. What else? You can't have any what? Stimulants. What else would be considered a stimulant? No Sudafed, right? Adderall, Ritalin, no Demerol, Vyvanse, Concerta, right, Ms. Patel? Exactly. All right. Double in. She'll come one of these times. Okay. What else? Okay. So if you were do not take with any other antidepressants, Antino. That's exactly right. They don't play well with others, right? But you don't probably have to worry about it because why? We don't really give them anymore. I know Nat's got a stash of them at home, but most of the time, we don't give them. They're the least used. All right, but if you were a betting man like the Howler, what do you think you would be giving mostly to depressed patients, SSRIs. You're exactly right. And why? Not that we ever ask why questions, but what would the purpose be for giving fewer side? They're most tolerated, right? Also treats anxiety. I'm telling you, Tennessee's got it going on. Okay, fewer side effects, treats depression and anxiety. Exactly right. And it's not as toxic in overdose either. Okay. So give me an example of an SSRI. Fluoxetine, talipram, sertraline, Lextrol. Paroxetine. What is paroxetine? Also known as Paxil. Way to go. Is that JoJo? Michelle. Waking up. It's good. All right. It's good. Help Johnny C out. He's kind of lost. So Zoloft, look at with more than one T. Look at, she did that for emphasis. She's just trying to make her point. I'm sorry, nobody under 3 is allowed in this too. No, Hammer, that's okay. You can bring it. All right. Okay, but even though there are fewer side effects, we do, right? You're taking paroxetine for 2 years and you're like, I feel so much better. There's no way I'm going to take it anymore. I'm feeling on top of the world. And so what? H to H is going. So discontinuation syndrome could be a problem, right? You got to taper. We can't just stop it, right? So, because what can happen with discontinuation syndrome? What kind of things we see? Dizziness. Oh, look at, she's giving all the kiss, right? Sony, big chicken, can't be on camera, but has some answers. Oh, look at that. Who is that howling at the moon? Is that? All right. So what do I have? I have got when abruptly stopped, dizziness, nausea. And which one did I tell you to make sure you know for sure, right, Babs? Is it's pretty indicating paresthesia. And that's those zappers too. It's good to know, right? Look at Edelbert, you can't see him. He's like totally in camo. You only see a face. Okay, come on, Alex. Let's go. Okay, so paresthesia, zappers, those electrical impulses. What's the opposite of discontinuation syndrome? And you guys just told me serotonin syndrome. All right, what do we see with serotonin syndrome? Come on, tell Easy, because she's not really. Right, Mendelstat. Fever, labile what? There's labile, something. BP, Wilksy, love it. Way to go, Tarantino. Getting this easy. Just go slower for us. In coordination. All right, so don't take with St. John's wort, right? We got to be careful. It could just be, and what always goes pretty much hand in hand with fever. What else do we call fever? Fever could also be called hyperthermia, febrile, praxia, hyperpraxia. Love it. All these things, fever. And going hand in hand with hyperthermia or fever, you must be present. I'm not taking any more answers from you. You're not on camera. Forget it. It goes on camera. What hat is that? Is that an approved hat? I love it. Is that Shelby, the car? Oh my gosh. I was looking at Shelby's the other day. How much they've got, like, some of them have like 700 horsepower, don't they?
The new ones do. The new ones have 760.
I need one of those. Right, girl? Come on. Christmas is coming. Double in. If you really cared, I'll be on set. It bothers me. It does bother me. Right? Look at Friends not on. Bam Bam's grunts. Forget it. Sandoval. She's not even in my class. Doesn't matter. Okay. So she got me. We'll see about that. She'll send me like a picture. Okay. So I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh yeah. Discontinuation syndrome. I mentioned 5 things. What are the 5 things I mentioned? Serotonin syndrome. I talked about fever, hyperthermia, going hand in hand with that, diaphoresis, labile BP, hyperreflexia. Look at Pinata always has good answer. And what else? Incoordination. Excellent. Come on, Abacus. Help me out here. Love that hair. Okay. What else? Here's something. Good stuffs. Tennessee, Sony, Wilksy. Right. What's another word for incoordination? Taylor just gave it to us. Ataxia. Or maybe hyperreflexia. Okay. Ataxia. All right. Let's play word association. Word association. Ready? Disbenlafazine. It is an SNRI. What's another SNR symbol? What's another SNRI? Benlafazine. Or what's another word for Effexor? Duloxetine. Love it. These are all SNRIs. What do we? Benlafazine, duloxetine, disbenlafazine, Wilksy. So what are we talking about with these? We are talking about what? First line, it's one of the things we're going to use when the SRIs maybe aren't working. Block synaptic reuptake. Love it. Miss Patel. Reduce pain associated with, that is true, Sony. And we also have to monitor for hypertension, right, friend? Half credit, not on camera. Excellent. Okay. Hypertension. Monitor that hypertension with the SNRIs. Good stuff. All right, let me see. Is this one? No. Okay. How about this? What are some other antidepressants? Maybe some of the atypical bupropion. The side effect is hypertension. Yep. Of the SNRIs. Bupropion or tazepine. Look at Arizona coming in with a little Remeron. Love it. All right. Nat, nothing? All right. Maybe next. It's all right. So trazodone we use for sleep, right? Excellent. So tell me about bupropion. What have you learned about bupropion? Come on, Howler. Houston, what? Is that the Rockets? Or People use it for not smoking. Head injury, lower seizure threshold, right, Hammer? Careful with those seizure history. Check for Also, Tarantino, excellent answer. It is kind of a stimulant. We got to be careful with. Why do we be careful with anorexia? Because it can cause, way to go, Beck, anorexia, weight loss. We don't want to, they've already got problems with that. So they love the Wellbutrin, the bupropion, right? That might not be a good choice for anorexic patients. All right, good stuff. Okay, here we go. What is the following type of meds? Let's help me here. Amitriptyline is what type of medication? TCA, way to go. How about tranylcypromine? What you got? MAOI, look at, Phil's waking up. How about phenelzine? Excellent, MAOI. How about clomipramine? TCA, Sony. Right? Because what do we know? What do we know about the TCAs? Pretty much all of them, what? End in INE. Except which one doesn't end in I? Oh my gosh. I push on her a little bit. She comes through with a huge answer. Okay. So, what else? How about citalopram? Ooh, look at, I gave Michelle way too much time for that one. Okay, venlafaxine is what? It's an SNRI. Excellent. How about trazodone? It's another atypical. Excellent. What do we use it for a lot? Tell Babs. We use it for sleep, right? Exactly. All right, good answers. How about these? Sertraline. Others are called atypicals, yep. Sertraline is a SRI, right? How about mirtazapine? Ooh. It's another because it, right, Hammer? It's, read my lips. So it is, what is it known as? Mirtazapine starts with an R, right? Remeron, way to go. Excellent answers. Look at Cammy's like shouting at us, but that's okay. She got it right. So duloxetine is, I can't even remember. Help me. It's Effexor, of course. It's an SSRI. How about fluoxetine? SSRI. Disipramine. I know, Babs. Some of these are tough, right? It's a TCA, right? Michelle had. She was looking for everybody else's answer. How about nortriptyline? Nortriptyline. TCA. Way to go. Tell me something about bupropion. What you got? It's another or atypical. What else do we learn? Anti-smoking. It is an other. Excellent. Very good. Love it. Love it how Huck gets in on every 20th question. Okay. Contraindicated, right? Check for seizure threshold. Kicked out 6 times. But look, you get kicked out 6, you come back the 7th, right? All right, Sandoval. Not even my class, but she's on camera. That's good. Okay. Let's go, Chills. Can hear every other word. That's like me with my wife. I'm sorry, what? You need a hearing aid. You know what? I can hear everybody except you. I don't know what it is. Selective hearing. It happens, Sandoval. It happens. Okay, so selective hearing. I think people who are married. No, anyway. Okay, so depression. What do I got going on here? Hold on a second. I don't know. Do I even have this? I don't even have the right thing. Okay, so what? Look at Sony. I'm listening to your answers. So, why isn't it? I don't like to see that. All right, give me 1 second here. Do you guys need a break? Do you need a break for a minute? Why don't we take 5 minutes? Double A needs a stretch, I think. So,